I had to work quite hard through the winter to sort of re-establish myself after that time off, and it sort of paid off. Like I didn't expect to ride 2 Group 1 winners, to be honest.
A sickening race fall has soured the Group 1 Australian Guineas at Flemington. Jockey Ethan Brown was taken to hospital.
News that a lot of people have been worried about since Saturday has been the health of Ethan Brown.
Is that Ethan went back into surgery this afternoon.
Yeah, so my injuries were very severe. So I remember the whole thing, which was half the problem actually. So I was leading up the race in the Guineas, and just approaching the 400, my horse was sort of weakening and he drifted off the rail a bit.
Mr. Maestro and Elkington Road. Further back, Amenable Holy Man's attrition to the middle of the course under the whip, followed by Japanese Emperor.
And it got very tight, one poked up on the inside and there was a bit of pressure from out wide and my horse flipped. It actually went perpendicular to the rail.
Ricardo in crowded room. Oh, there's a fall. Maximilius's crash brought down Holy Man's 250 out.
Come over the top of me, and yeah, as I said, the injuries out of that was severe. I lost about 5.5 litres of blood, they reckon. Yeah, grade 5 lacerated liver, a few broken vertebrae to chuck on top. So yeah, I was extremely lucky to come through it in one piece, but yeah, count me lucky stars, and glad I persisted and pushed on. It was almost like 2 halves, the recovery. So the first half, my mind was just set on getting back riding, because when I did fall, I was on a high. I was going well at the time, and that's all I wanted to do, was to get back riding. So I really focused on my physical strength. I didn't realise how much mental toll it took, and just having remembered the whole thing, it didn't help circumstances. So I come back
this coming Monday for his first roll around, Ethan.
Yeah, I feel as though he's pretty fit for where he's at. Very forward too, and I think.
You back then?
Yeah, I'm back from morning.
Yeah, sweet. Yeah, well, we'll chuck you on, 100%.
I felt physically well riding, and then yeah, like just mentally, it took its toll. I was very drained and hadn't made that 100% recovery, so I took another month or 2 off, and just got my head right. And it's the best thing I ever done. And then after that 2 months, I come back, body was good, mind was good, and I just kicked from there.
Ethan Brown will get another. Of nature, Ethan Brown had a lap full of galloper, and Ethan Brown takes up the claimant 3 mile in front for Ethan Brown. Cheer breeze for Ethan Brown.
Celine was a big supporter. She had to deal with a lot of my whinging. But she was there every day. But there's countless people. I've got a lot of good family around me, and they were sort of back and forth from interstate to support me. Ciaron, he was actually a big help as well, which makes the whole story much better. He wasn't there every day, but when I was able to talk to him, he spoke a lot of sense, and you know, he guided me, and he gave me a lot of confidence to believe in myself again. So when I did come back riding, I had that support there, and it really helped. Having Ciaron there helps a lot, because I think he does push for me a bit.
Morning all, we've got Nadal, just his half-mile gallop on the grass. He's pretty right to go, just tick over gallop. Brownie?
Travelled well in his evens, zipped up nice in my hands, and yeah, he's come through that last run fine. He's in good order and ready to go. Small things like them gallops that, especially when I was first coming back, you have a bit of self-doubt, and when these trainers are putting you on those better horses, even in gallops or trials, that it's just a bit of self-reassurance that, you know, people are going to back you, and if you put the hard work in, it'll pay off, and it has done so far. I've got a long way to go, but yeah, look, I think the relationship can only strengthen, and with the support of Ciaron, you know, I'll always put that hard work back into the stable.
One more bit of work, probably Monday leading into that Saturday run, but Ethan had the ride this morning. Ethan?
Yeah, he feels fine. He actually worked quite relaxed this morning, which is good for him. So 4 of those Group 1 wins have been for Ciaron, and that's off the back of his support. It means a lot, and hopefully we can carry that on in the future. I didn't expect to ride 2 Group 1 winners, to be honest. I was just happy to sort of be there in the spring and get rides, let alone ride winners. But it means a lot. Like, I think it goes to show that hard work does pay off. And another profit, like, I'm still in shock a bit with her. It was truly a great feeling. As I said, you do all the work on them, and for that to pay off just made it so much more rewarding.
50, another profit, surges on from 2, darn busy, 80 yard is absolutely flying, it's too late, another profit.
So every horse is different. So another Prophet's a prime example of that. So she's always very keen in her work and in her trials. And in order for her to get the mile, she had to learn to settle. So it was a bit of a journey. And coming in the mornings and trials and sitting on that horse, you get a feel for them. You're able to teach them. And that's what track work's about, in my opinion. You come in, you get a feel for the horse, what you're working with, and for it to pay off the way it did, especially with her in a Group 1, it just makes it so much more rewarding. Cox Plate, I reckon. It's a race of high prestige, and good horses, good jockeys and good trainers win it, so that's definitely a race I'd love to win.
A young man with a Group 1, Ethan Brown. Game chasing Snap Dancer. Snap Dancer kept going at any old price, and Snap Dancer takes out the Sangster. Clear, I've done the struck, wearing it down. Snap Dancer needs the line, but won it. Simmons, 100 metres to go, still in front, and will win the Turnbull. Smoke and Romans from Maximal, still Morning to Glory, and Morning to Glory won the lawyer. Surges on from 2, darn busy. Amy is absolutely flying. It's too late. Another profit.
I thought, geez, we're in business here, but fantastic Brownie, and he's a good mate, and you know, we've had some great wins together, and hopefully there's plenty more in store.